I'm Hallie. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the state of this video. It's on my laptop's webcam, so it's not fantastic. This is a video response to Let's Talk About You, so I am. I know that in the description it probably says my name is Franki, even though I just said it's Hallie, but we'll get to that in a minute. Well, I guess a good place to start would be, it's true that I'm not the same person I was when I was 6, although the girl I was when I was 6 was much, much closer to the girl I am now than the girl I was even a year ago. Because back then, I didn't care about showing my true self. I had no problem with it. Like, I was weird, and I knew it, and I liked it. I would walk around the town in my fairy wings and talk to my closet monster like if he was the kid down the street, and then sick him on the kid down the street. I was a weird kid. And then one of the main things about me at any age actually, was my sort of, I know it sounds corny, but sort of hypersensitive empath abilities. I mean, I've always been able to feel other people's emotions, and it always was very hard for me as a child because somebody else would be crying like 2 rooms away, and then I would start crying and I would have no idea why. And it drove me insane, and actually, more than me, actually, it drove my family insane. My many mood swings, even though it was brought on by them. But, I don't know, it's not just the emotions, it's also being connected with sort of the supernatural, the spirit realm, even inanimate objects. I've always felt connected to objects. Like, I could feel what they were feeling, even though everybody said they're inanimate objects, they don't feel. So that part might make me sound a little bit crazy. I guess to deal with sounding crazy and my family thinking I was a little bit out there, and also to fight off being bombarded by everybody's emotions in a way that I didn't know how to deal with it. I put up a wall, sort of a callousy type mask that I would wear, hence the masks back there. It's sort of to remind me where I've been and where I never want to go again. But it got to the point after burying my own emotions for such a long time, because the thing is, you can't block out somebody else's emotions without burying your own, because they're connected, everything's connected. But to deal with all that, I buried my emotions, and it got to the point that they were so very deeply buried that I didn't even feel like the same girl that I used to be, and couldn't even bear to be called by the same name, which is where I got Franki, partially from my middle name, Francis, and partially from my slight obsession with the Frankenstein's monster, if that says anything about me. But, I don't know. I got so out of touch with everyone and everything and myself that, I don't know, I could no longer make connections with anything or anyone. I couldn't make friends. I mean, I could make friends, but they usually lasted about a year with me, because not being able to connect with them, I ended up pushing them away. And I was so against human relations for such a long time that I was about to give up on humanity entirely. I mean, I wasn't going to give up on life because I liked living, but I wasn't going to stick with others of the human race, because, I don't know, losing connections makes you lose faith in the fact that certain things exist, like love. And because of my lost faith in the existence of love, I'd made the decision to completely dedicate myself to the spiritual personification of night in a moonlight ceremony in the forest, naked, in a graveyard in the forest, with the use of my favorite candle. And mind you, this was before I knew I was pagan. At this point, I thought I was still Christian. Looking back on the indicators now, it's obvious that I was going in this direction, but at the time, not so much. Oh, anyway, I was like 3 or 4 days from the day of the ceremony, which was going to be on Friday the 13th, like this close to giving up on humanity in general, and love in particular. And then I met Scott, who is pretty much the best thing I could have ever asked for myself, not that I would have. He saved my life, actually. He saved me from myself. I ended up not dedicating myself to the night, not giving up on humanity, although they test my patience quite a bit. And I didn't give up at all on the existence of love after I met him. He helped bring out the real me, my true self, helped me figure out who I was, and it's actually within the last couple months that this huge landslide of self-discovery occurred, and now I'm Wiccan, and now I'm getting married. Wait, now I'm getting married. This is the ring he proposed with. It's a pretty awesome ring, huh? And now I'm going by my given name, Hallie, again, but also with the chosen soul name of Phoenix Moon, and that's for a reason, because, you know, rebirth, second chances, all that. But I still use Hallie as my street name. My entire life, I sort of kept away from people, and Scott helped me re-immerse myself, helped me dig up, I guess, unbury my emotions, and actually with that also brought back my ability to feel things of my own and of everyone else's, and of the spirit realm and of the supernatural and of inanimate objects. Brought it all back. And, you know, I still don't know how to deal with it. Not really. Sometimes it really, really gets me. Like, one person's emotions will get me down for the rest of the day, even though they're really good at hiding it. I can still feel them, and actually that's what happened the day I saw this video. And so, it really actually helped bring me out of a funk, so, yeah. But now I feel things. Now I don't overlook signs or things like that. I embraced my beliefs. I'm now a Wiccan, witch, pagan. I haven't quite decided on a definite label yet, but it's a little bit of everything. Actually, talking about signs, the day that I was about to suggest it to Scott that we try this was actually the day he suggested it to me first. So, yay! Now I'm just babbling. I tend to babble. Babble. Yep. So, I think I should probably stop talking now, but, it was mostly saying that where I came from, where I am now, the huge detour I had to take to get to my true self, which I now acknowledge and embrace. And that's the whole point of this. So, thanks for listening to me talk off the top of my head. And, alright, blessed be.